In this video, I'm going to start the KutaSoftware Infinite Geometry free worksheet solving proportions. I'll leave a link in the description below so you know how to access this worksheet. Our directions in this section are to solve each proportion. Leave your answer as a fraction in simplest form. And number 1, we can simplify before we solve for p. Notice that 2 goes into 6 evenly. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we can write this as 3 equals 4 over p. And then to solve for p, we have to remove it from the denominator. So we're going to put it in a numerator. So by multiplying by p over 1, or simply p, to both sides, our p will cancel out. So we'll have p times 3, or 3p, equal to 4. And then I'll divide by 3 to get that p is equal to 4/3, or 4 over 3. And number 2, 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. So we'll have 4 over k equal to 4. Then we'll multiply by k, or k over 1, which is simply k, to get our variable out of the denominator on the left. So we'll have 4 equal to 4 times k, which is 4k. And when we divide both sides by 4, our 4's will cancel out since 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we have 1 equal to k in number 2. And number 3, we're not able to simplify. However, let's cross multiply. So cross multiplying, I'm going to multiply the n to the 7, and that's going to equal the 4 times the 8. So essentially what I'm doing when I cross multiply, if I have n over 4 equal to 8 over 7, I'm multiplying both sides by 7, so you can see that my 7's will cancel out on the right, and at the same time I'm also multiplying both sides by 4. So you can see that my 4 on the left will cancel out. So I'm left with 7 times n equal 8 times 4, which is what I get when I cross multiply. N times 7 equals 4 times 8. So n times 7 equals 4 times 8. So 7n is equal to 8 times 4, which is 32. Then I'll divide both sides by 7 to get that n is equal to 32/7, since that cannot be simplified anymore. And number 4, again, I'll cross multiply. So the 4 will get multiplied with the 5, and the 3 will get multiplied to the x, and there's an equal sign between each of those. So 5 times 4 equals 3 times x. 5 times 4 is 20, so 20 equals 3x, and when I divide by 3 for this proportion, 20/3 equals x, and 20/3 cannot be simplified. And number 5, when I cross multiply, I'll multiply m to 2 to get m times 2, and I'm multiplying 5 times 7. M times 2 is the same as 2m, and that's equal to 5 times 7, which is 35. And when I divide both sides by 2, I'll get that m is equal to 35 divided by 2, since 35 halves is in simplest form. And number 6, when I cross multiply, I'll take 7 times 5, and that's going to be equal to 4 times r. So 7 times 5 equals 4 times r. 7 times 5 is 35, and that equals 4r. When I divide both sides by 4, 35/4 is simplest form for that fraction, and that is equivalent to r. 35/4, or 35 over 4, is my solution in number 6. In number 7, cross multiplying, I'll have 7 times x equal to 6 times 5. 7 times x, I can write as 7x. 6 times 5 is 30. Dividing both sides by 7, I'll get x equal to 37. And lastly, in this video, I'll go over number 8. However, before I do the answer to this, please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. So now when I cross multiply in number 8, I'll do 6 times 5n, and that's going to be equal to 5 times 2. So 6 times 5 times n is 30n, and that's equal to 5 times 2, which is 10. When I divide by 30, you can see that 10 over 30 can be simplified. Since both are divisible by 10, 10 goes into 10 once, and 10 goes into 30 3 times. So n equals 1/3 and number 8. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and follow me on Twitter. Continue on to the next video, where I'll start by solving each proportion, rounding our answer to the nearest hundredth.